decided to start on this seat off the CA160 Bentley, and I started on the other side here, and what I did was I took a box cutter and just sliced this off all the way around here. That left just a strip of the upholstery, the old upholstery underneath these clips. They look dangerous, don't they? Like jaws or something. Anyway, I just pulled the strip off all the way around, and then I went through with this little guy and just bent all these up to where they're going to be usable. Well, it looks like it's going to be a good fit. And it's even got the Honda on the back of it. Okay, this piece goes over the butt end of this, and the upholstery, the vinyl is glued onto it. So I'm not sure what I have to do there. Probably just cut the excess off and leave the part that's glued on there. And put the new seat cover over the top of it. This is the gas tank with its first coat. I've got some clear to put on it, and I'm not real happy with this paint. It comes out kind of not smooth. So I'm hoping a second coat will smooth that out. Maybe I didn't put it on thick enough, I'm not sure. But I want to make sure I wait until this is completely set up first before I start putting more paint on it, because I run into trouble that way. This is one of the side covers, and I sanded it down and put some sandable primer on it, and it's kind of smoothed out. There's a lot of scratches in it. I decided to do that. I've been in kind of a funk lately, and didn't really get much of anything done other than mowing my 4 or 5 acres of lawn out here. And my son, my oldest son, visited from Oregon with his wife and my grandson Jack. So I spent a couple of days with them. And I'm kind of over my funk. I don't know if people use that word anymore. Anyway, there's enough old people that watch me that will know. So let's see what we're going to do today, and we're going to just keep working until we get her done. Okay? So let's take a look. We need some pieces to put back on this, and we're going to start here. This is one of the side covers, the side that goes over the battery, and it's got some marks in it there. They're not real deep, but I need to sand all these down and then put some a little bit of plastic putty on them and sand that down, and then get some paint on it. The other one I painted already, but it came out kind of dull, and it's supposed to be shiny. Now, I don't know if I can just put clear over the top of that and go, or should I sand it down first? I think I'll sand it down a little bit, do a little wet sanding on it. What else do we got to do? We got the tank over here, and I'm torn of what to do with this. The paint that I'm using, I don't know, it's not very good. It's Rust-Oleum. But you'll see here, it's not real shiny. And the paint just doesn't feel right. So I think I'm going to sand this area down, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to put the covers back on it. I think, and just get everything all together and see what it all looks like and clean it up. And I still got, I cleaned this back. I think we're in gear. I cleaned the back rim. I did not do the front rim. So I got to do that. Get some air in that tire. And get these covers back on it. Oh yeah, one more thing. I got the seat here. I de-rusted it with evapor rust down there. And I'm ready to put this cover back on, I think, with the exception of, well, let's see if I can get it out of there without breaking it or bending it. This strip, I guess it's stainless steel, I'm not sure. You see these little screws, I had to cut the nuts off of those that, we used to do that to pigs, I think, cut the nuts off of them. But I digress. Sorry for that. Anyway, I found some. Those guys over across the pond over in England, they make all kinds of stuff over there. And I found a set of proper 3mm screws with flat heads that will go into this groove. And I'll get this fixed up too, hopefully, when they come in, but that might be a couple of weeks. But I'm going to go ahead and put the cover back on. I might need to add just a little bit of foam to this here where there was a hole in the original cover. That one's got the black paint on it, and it's sanded down with 600, and I'm going to go over it with 1,000. This one back here has got, was sanded down with 600, and I'm going to go over it and sand most of that putty off of there and just leave where it's filling in little indentations and so on. And then I'll give it the same treatment as this one, which will be primer, black paint, and clear. All right, that's the one that already had black paint on it, but it was kind of dull. So this is the way it looks immediately after spraying. And we'll see how that comes out. All right, this one has the putty on it, and we're waiting for it to set up. This is what I'm using. I don't know if that's correct or not, and don't follow my lead unless you know what the hell you're doing, because I don't. I got a couple of scratches in here, but I have learned in the past, once this is start to set up, do not go back and try to put more over the top, because you'll just mess everything up. Wait until you sand it all down, then if you need more, put that on. That is good advice, I'm sure. Alrighty, we got the gas tank, we got the side covers, the rubbers are on them. These are the old badges and some mounting hardware. I bought a new set of shock mounts for the tank. They go under front and rear. I don't know if you saw that, front and well, this is front, actually, and rear. Come on, Jack, get it together. So there are 4 of the big ones and 4 of the little ones. And then here we have a completely rebuilt Petcock, which goes on there. And in addition, there is a crossover hose that goes in I don't know, maybe you can see it down there. Here, over to the other side to make sure the gasket's evened out in the tank. So we're going to go ahead and put this stuff on. I may take it off later and do clear coat on that black. I'm not sure. All right, just to show you how these go on there, these covers, we'll take a look at them. If I don't drop them on the floor. Luckily they're made of metal and won't break. Oh, okay. So, right here, we have this little clip that sticks out. This is all covered, so I don't worry about the paint. It is painted. That'll keep it from rusting, but it's not shiny. Anyway, you got this little clip right here. And then in here, you got this little area. And that clip goes into this, and then this one screw goes through here, and here, into there, and fastens everything down. Then we finish it off with a little Honda emblem, which screws into two screws on holes on here. Okay, well, I got my new rubber thingies on. This one's upside down. Let me try that again. The ridge is supposed to be pointing towards the frame of the motorcycle. So the other three were on right. These go underneath, and they actually have a M8 by 28 fender washer, and I just ordered some M8 by 24 fender washers. That's the biggest ones I could find without paying absolutely exorbitant prices for OEM washers. I think they were something like $8 a piece or something. So for $8 I got 50 of them. But they're only 24 inch or 24 millimeters in diameter. But we'll make do. I also bought, I only had 2 of these. There was only 2 in it when I took the tank off. And these are M8s by 12. And the only M8s by 12 I have happen to be JIS heads. So I also ordered, I think these were come in lots of 25, stainless steel. The washers I ordered are also stainless. And I ordered 25 of the M8 by 12s. So I'll be in good shape there. Now, this piece of garbage is a Petcock. And it moves from stop to reserve to on. Doesn't move easily because the kit includes 2 different versions of this. This is what was in it originally. That's cork. This is what I had in it when I first put it back together. That's cork. But there was also one of these that was in rubber. Well, when I blow on it, it blows right through in the on position. Blows right through in the reserve position. Blows right through in the stop position. Now I've had it apart 3 times and I cannot find anything wrong with it. Everything seems to be there. Everything is clean. It did turn easier when I had the cork in, I don't know what you call it. It's part of the switch. When I had the cork one in, it was easier. But I'm just going to have to make sure that my carburetor needle and seat is working properly and not put much gas in it. But I want to take a ride. What I want to do is I want to ride it around for a while and see if the smoking stops or gets better or whatever. If not, I've already ordered a set of rings and a set of gaskets. The gaskets are here. The rings are coming from Thailand, I think. But I'd like to see it run around the yard before I do that. I've never had the engine out of it. I don't know how hard it is to get out. I'm sure you got to take all this stuff here off. And the chain, of course. And then inside here, there's a couple of bolts, one going on one side and one on the other. I don't know if there's another bolt down here. I'm sure there probably is. I'll need to verify some screws here that aren't correct. But anyway, that didn't come out absolutely great. It's like there's, I don't know, dust or something in it. This over here, we're waiting until it sets up. And it is set up now and can be sanded. So I'll sand actually most of this off. And then we'll get some primer on it and then we'll paint it. Well, she's starting to look good. You know, I want to take a ride on it. I want to ride this engine around for a while and see if I can, if it'll stop smoking quite so much. They will do that. If the rings are stuck, they'll smoke for a while, and if you ride it a bit or run the engine for a while, it'll quit. It's got about 100 pounds of compression, which isn't that much. I think one cylinder had 90. So with oil in it, I put oil in it and it jumped up to about 130, I think, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But that's one of the reasons it's smoking so much, is I put oil in the cylinders. But anyway, it looks pretty good there, so I'm probably going to end up having to take the front end off and beautify it as well. And then if I do rings on the engine, I'll have to take the engine out. There's no room there to get the head or anything off without taking it out. So at that point, I'll probably do the rear end and the frame. But it does look good with it. Nice shiny chrome side covers on the tank, doesn't it? Of course, the front fender is not too cool. Front tire's flat. It holds air for a while. The left side cover is all shiny and nice. And the right side cover, I'm going to let this sit overnight. I'm using this stuff, putty. And I'm going to let it sit overnight. And I'm going to come out tomorrow in the morning when it's cool. So I'll see you later. Unfortunately, as you can see, that didn't come out too shiny at all. So I'm going to have to wet sand it down with 1000 grit and redo it. If any of you have any idea how to better paint these plastic side covers, please say something in the comments. I would really appreciate it, because I have no idea, and everything I've tried comes out wrong. Thank you. Well, I've got the tank, the covers, side covers, and now I'm getting the seat. We got a new cover for it. The pad has a spot there where there was an opening in the old cover that we got to fix, and I've got some firm foam coming for it to put a piece in there. I could just buy a new one, but I've got too much money invested in this thing already. I de-rusted this with Evapo-Rust. I think I told you that before. And that's the end piece. And that gets glued on here like this. So I was going to hold this video off, but it's taken too long. I've got parts coming from England to put the little stainless steel, I don't know, decoration, I guess you'd call it, around the edge, the bottom outside edge. You need special little screws with real flat little heads. So that's coming, and the foam is coming, like I said, and once that gets done, I'll be able to take a ride, I hope. And I'm going to go ahead and put this video up now. I've been lazy lately. It's been hot, and I've been sitting in my air-conditioned room and not doing anything. So I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully that'll be a ride. Well, folks, I was hoping that I would be able to end this video here and take this little guy for a ride. But unfortunately, I got parts coming in to fix this seat, and I don't want to ride it without a seat on it. So I guess we'll see you the next time. I think we got some cooler weather coming, so I'll probably be a little quicker this time following through. If you'd like to, please hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. I need some more negative comments so I can fix what I'm doing wrong. So I'd appreciate it. You all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one.